Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are happy and healthy. Students, as you all know, we have completed the grammar, all the exercises we have completed, all the concepts are clear to us, and today we are going to start our elementary reader book, that is Pact with the Sun, chapter number 7, The Wonder Called Sleep. The wonder called sleep. So children, all of you take out your elementary reader book, that is the Pact with the Sun, and chapter number 7, The Wonder Called Sleep. Today we are going to start because we have completed chapter 6 in previous video and the online classes also, and today we are going to start this new chapter. So children, there are few points which are given in the this chapter. In the starting of the chapter, you can see on page number that is 25, chapter number 7, the wonder called sleep. That is, first point is, our body and brain recover from fatigue after a good sleep. Now, the importance of good sleep, it is written over here. And the second, we dream while sleeping and we do not always remember our dreams. And during sleep, our heartbeat becomes slower and our temperature and blood pressure go down. Now here the three things we are going to discuss today. In the few part of this chapter, you can see that our body and brain recover from fatigue after a good sleep. Now, in the few part of this chapter, we can find that the sleep is a relaxing mode of any person, and whenever we are sleeping, we feel relaxed and calm in our mind and soul. So here, the first word is fatigue. Now, the meaning of fatigue, I am going to write over here. That is fatigue. Fatigue, meaning of the feeling of extremely tired. That is called fatigue. Now, in this chapter, we are going to discuss the benefit of sleeping, the wonder of sleeping or the sleep. So this is very important part of human life, because without sleep we cannot live longer. So this is the best concept of understanding the concept, this wonders called sleep. This is the wonder for us. This is a beautiful gift of God for the human being, because for that only we can take rest from all our materialistic world. And when we get tired, we go to the bed and sleep. And after sleeping, whenever we are waking up in our morning and we are working all the day, and after that we just get tired and we go to the bed and sleep, and in the morning whenever we gets up, we can find a fresh and calm mind. So good sleep is important, as the scientists, as the doctors are always telling us that 8 hours sleeps is must for each and every person. So 8 hours sleeps for the adult person and 10 to 12 hours sleep for the children. It is must. Without this, we are not become a healthy and wealthy person. So this is very important. So children, today we are going to discuss this beautiful gift of God. Now, we know enough. I'm going to start first paragraph. We know enough about what sleep is, though we don't know what exactly causes sleep. Sleep is a state of rest, an unconscious rest. When we sleep, our body recovers from fatigue caused by the day's activity. After a good sleep and the rest it gives, we become alert and active again, ready for the normal activities of the day. Now children, in first paragraph you can see we know enough about what sleep is. We just know about that we go to the bed and we just sleep over there and that is over. But in this chapter, the writer wants to tell us that though we don't know the exactly cause of sleep, what is the cause behind that, we don't know. Sleep is a state of rest. Now here writer tells us that sleep is a state of rest. This is the kind of rest. It's a wonderful thing for the human being. Because when we are lying on the bed, it is not called rest. We are giving the rest for our physical activities. But sleep is a kind of state of rest and unconscious rest. It means we are having a conscious, but we are just not aware the things around us. So this is unconscious rest, and when we sleep, our body recovers from fatigue caused by the day's activities. Our body, whenever we are asleep, so we just recover ourselves. Our body recover all the damages which have been done by the day's activities, day's work, any hard labor we have done in the day. So in the night when we go to the bed, so we just recover in the morning, next day in the morning, about all the fatigue, about all the feelings of extremely tiredness that we will overcome from sleep. Now, after a good sleep and the rest that us gives, we become alert and active again. So this is very important for the physical health, and as well as for the mental health also. So sleep is not only go to the bed and sleep. It is having two aspects. The first aspect, that it's giving you rest from your tiredness, and the second thing which is important, that is it gives you mental peace and alertness also. When we sleep through the night, and then we can feel fresh in our mind, in our thinking, in our physical activity. So both benefit are given by the good sleep. Now, we become alert and active again, ready for the normal activities of the day. If we are sleeping properly, so we will gain a very good health, very good mental health and physical health for next day. Now, when we wake up in the morning, it is not always possible for us to remember what happened when we were asleep. We may remember a dream, but the rest of our sleep was a kind of darkness in which nothing seems to have taken place. When we wake up in the morning, it is not always possible for us to remember what happened, what we were asleep. So when we were asleep, it is not possible for us to remind all the things what was going on in my mind during the sleep. But in the unconsciousness, or when we are semi-conscious, then we we can see the dream, and some part of the dream we can remember. And the second thing is that the darkness, all the time when we are sleeping, during the sleeping, that the darkness you can see everywhere. So that time it means that you are sleeping. So many of the things we can't remember. So because we are consciously we are sleeping. Now the next page, we just turn over next page. That is, several things happen to our body while we are sleeping. As we sink deeper into sleep, our muscles relax more and more. Our heartbeat becomes slower, our temperature and blood pressure go down. The ever-active brain also slows down so that we can't think or act consciously, but we dream. Now, here you can see whatever we are watching in the dream. Many times, if you can remind yourself that your dream will come in the very first hour of the morning. It can be first hour, it means it quite 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning, a.m. in the morning. So that time our mind is in the state of the consciousness, semi-consciousness. Then we are having the previous thought, that thought will become a dream, and that we can remind it. So several things happen to our body while we are sleeping. Now it's a very beneficial thing for us that many things are going on whenever we are sleeping. Now this is as we sink deeper into sleep, when we are in the deep sleep. So what happened? Our muscle relax. Our muscle, the body and the part of the body, and you can say the ligament of the body, it will relax. And what happened next? Our heartbeat becomes slower. Our heartbeat becomes slower, so our temperature, body temperature and the blood pressure, everything is going down and in the very normal state. Because whenever we are waking up in the morning, we are having the same fatigue through all the day, and after the evening you just get relaxed whenever you come back from the school or anywhere where you are working. So when you come back from your institution or from your working place, so then you feel relaxed, and after that when you eat your dinner, and after that when you go to the sleep, that is a wonderful time for you, because that time your body, your mind and your muscles get relaxed over there. So sleep is not only lying on the bed, but it's giving a mental peace, physical peace and peace in our heart also. Now when we wake up, our temperature and blood pressure rise to normal. Our heartbeat and breathing also become normal, and we are fully awake and have forgotten most, if not all, the dreams that we had while sleeping. So children, always remember, when we are sleeping, so we just our temperature, our blood pressure, everything is going to the very down state, and when we are waking up, so then we will get the normal temperature, normal blood pressure, everything we will get. So these are the things are going on while sleeping. Now the next part of the chapter is about 3 topics. That is, a dream is an activity of the mind when we are asleep. Now dreams help us sleep through noise and other disturbance. And the next point is, dreams may reveal something about one's problem, but they cannot tell the future. Now here, in this part of this chapter, we can going to solve the myths. Myths about dream. So there are so many myths in our society that dreams always tells the future. So this is totally wrong, and this is the misconception of our people, those who are thinking about that. So next paragraph, we are going to unfold the mystery of dream. Now, the question is, what is a dream? Now, the writer is giving the answer, that is, it is an activity of mind. It is not a dream. It is an activity of mind. It is the working condition of mind, that while sleeping, your mind is working. It is not sleeping at all. Whenever you are deep sleep, that time your mind take rest. But when you are very conscious sleep, so your mind is still working. So this is the activity of mind that take place when we are asleep. Asleep means when we are not sleeping and we are not in sleep, proper sleep or deep sleep. So some dreams are probable. Probable means to be likely, to be true, or which is we just expect this. So probable, while others are not. The dreams also having two kinds. That is, first is, we already know this, that it will come in my dream. And the second thing is probable. It's not to be true, or maybe you haven't thought about that, but still you have seen that kind of a dream. So this is probable. That only means that many of the things that happens in dream could happen when we are awake. Others could not. Dream seems to be important for several reasons. One is that a dream can help us to sleep through noise, other disturbance. For example, the alarm clock rings, but our mind causes us to dream that the telephone or doorbell is ringing and that we are awake and answering it. Now here you can see the dream seems to be important for several reasons. Because while sleeping, that what happened that some rings, if it is ringing up, or we are sleeping, so we are in a state of mind that we are conscious about. We are conscious about the bell is ringing somewhere, and still we are sleeping. So this is the very beneficial for us, that we are sleeping cautiously and we are watching a dream. We're just dreaming, and what happened? We can sleep. We can sleep that time also, because the dream is going on in our mind, the activity is going on in our mind, but we are sleeping. So this is very beneficial for us. That is, no need to sleep in the very calm and quiet place, but it is important to immune our body or immune our system in the noisy place also. So in that time we are also sleeping, and we are just imagining, or we are imagining these things which are going to happen, or which is not happen in the past, whatever the activity of mind is doing that. So that is the state of mind. Now, certain doctors have found that one's dream often reveal a great deal about one's problem and that. So that is a very good point in this chapter, that doctors and scientists always tells us that dreams is not only an activity of mind, but it is also reveals, or what we are dreaming, that it is the topic of the dream always be whatever we are facing in our daily life. So suppose if you are always scolded by your teacher, so you always dream about that. So whatever the problem we are facing in our life, that we can see in the dream. So doctors and scientists already told us. So if understood correctly, they can provide a key to the solution of those problems, but we must remember one thing: dreams cannot be used as a way to tell the future. They simply can never tell the future. So children, sometimes the dreams tells us about the problem and about the solution also. So dreams can tell us the problems, what we are facing in our daily life, and the solution also. The solution of that problem. It is also maybe we can see in the dream, but not sure about that. And the one thing that is always condemned by the doctors, that is, it never and ever tells the future. Dreams cannot tell our future. If we are believing that, so this is totally incorrect. So don't believe in this type of myth, because dreams is a kind of activity of mind. It is not telling the future of ours. Now, certain doctors have found that one sleep often reveal a great deal of, yes, sleep is the most common experience, but how many us really think about the wonder and power of sleep? Many poets have written beautiful poems about sleep. Here is one in which the poet is describing the experience of falling asleep. Read it aloud. So sleep is the most common experience that every human being, every insect, every animal always experiencing this. So this is the very common habit, this is our routine of our life, that we are sleeping. So sleeping is a very common thing in our, it's a common experience by all the creature. But how many of us really think about the wonder and power of sleep? So here the poet is, the writer arises the question, so how many of us feel or experience the importance of sleep? Sleep is a very important part of our life. If we are living creature, so sleep is important. Sleep is important because we need sleep for relaxation, for peace of our mind, for energy, to energize our body. Sleep is important for us. Now here, to describe these type of the things, the writer Edward Thomas has given a poem over there. Light out. I have come to the border of sleep, the unfathomable deep forest where all must lose their way however straight. Are winding soon or late, they cannot choose. There is not any book or face of dearest took. Look, that I would not turn from now to go into the unknown. I must enter and leave alone. I know not now. Now this is a beautiful poem written by Edward Thomas. I have come to the borders of sleep. Now here poet tells us that he came across to the border of sleep. You can say the limitation of sleep, the unfathomable. It means unfathomable. It means incapable of being fully explored or understood. Now here, unfathomable, it means incapable of being fully explored and you can see understood. So now here the sleep is, the poet is going through the sleep's border and the unfathomable deep forest where all must lose. It means it is unfold thing that the poet wants to unfold it. Now it is folded thing and poet want to unfold it. Now the poet wants to tell us that I have come to the border of sleep, the unfathomable deep forest where all must lose their way however straight. Now this is, you can say this is the Bhool Bhulaiya, and it is not having a, it's like a maze and it's having a lots of door to come inside and out, but the way is straight, but lot of people have lost their ways, and their way however straight of winding soon or late they cannot choose. So it's unpredictable or you can say the incapable of being fully explored or understood, because many of the things are hidden, but the way is straight, and their way however straight or winding soon or late they cannot choose. So it's depend on the mind of a state, it's depend the individual time of sleep, and the poet came across the border of the sleep, but he not able to reveal the hidden, the secret of sleep. There is not only any book or face of dearest look that I would not turn from now to go out into unknown. I must enter and leave alone, I know not now. So here, sleep is, and the dreams is unpredictable. So here the people are going into through this, and there is not any book. And whatever you had experienced all the day, you can imagine, you can dream in the night. Or face of the dearest look. There is no certain thing will come in your dream, but anything can come in your dream that I would not turn from now. Whenever we are sleeping, we are not come back, or we will not come back from now. It's mean whatever the present time is going on in sleep. So we cannot able to come back to go into the unknown. It is an unknown place where we are going through while sleeping. So this is not, you can say this is not a very well-known thing that if we are sleeping, this is the not aware about that what we are going to think during the sleep. What is the workshop is working over here, we cannot understand, because these are the secrets that only and only God can understand. So whatever the things is going on in our mind, so this is the beautiful gift by the God, but the poet is unknown from everything, or face of dearest look that would not turn from now to go into the unknown. I must enter and leave alone, I know not now. I must enter, because if we are going inside the sleep, or we can say that if we are sleeping, so we must have to go alone. We must go alone, because there is no one else will enter in our sleep. It's so simple. If we are sleeping, so no, if the next person who is sleeping beside you, maybe he is not sleeping or she is not sleeping. So this is depend on the individually. This is depend on the individual. It is not depend in the circle or in the group. So the poet is always tells us that I would not turn from now to go into the unknown. I must enter and leave alone. Whenever you are waking up from the sleep, so we are alone. If we are sleeping, we are also alone. So this is, you can say, it is depend on the individual personality. It is depend on the individual state of mind. It is not related to the other person or other mind. If I am sleeping, so I have my conscious, I have my dream, I have everything. So when I wake up, so I wake up with my own. Not going to, it is not happen with the another person. So every person having their sleep, every person having their own wake up time. So this is depend on the individual state of mind, individual body. So I must enter and leave alone, I know not now. So this is the thing the poet wants to tell us about sleep, because this is light out. The topic, or the, you can say, the title of the poem is Lights Out. Lights out, it means when it's dark, we are everywhere, we can feel darkness when we are sleeping. So this is the true meaning of sleeping, because this is the state of mind and it is depend on the individual personality, individual sleeping, individual dreaming. So children, that is how we have completed this chapter, the wonder called sleep, and we have studied a lot about that, what is sleep, what is dream, and we have discussed. And so children, tomorrow we will solve question and answers and other things which is given in this chapter. So children, till then, bye-bye and take care.